All right, welcome to this session, another lower body based session here. We're focusing in on some heavy back squats here for the strength portion of this workout. But to start things off, we're getting that CNS lit up with a little bit of a barbell complex. So I just finished that up. We're going every minute on the minute, one high hang squat clean right into one front squat. So we're getting 10 good rounds in here. So I started very, very light, and then I built up over the 10 rounds, built to a rather heavy effort, but I was definitely below 1 rep max. We're not trying to hit a 1 rep max for the first piece. We're just really trying to get our body fired up and ready to go for the heavy back squats that we're gonna be hitting today. We're doing sets of 2 today. So we got 8 work sets of 2. We're gonna be building up. We're going every 90 seconds. So we're gonna push the rest a little bit. I love training strength on the clock. I can't tell you the last time that I trained strength where I hit a set and then just kind of walked around for 2 to 3 minutes and then hit another set. I typically always have it on the clock, but that's because I'm typically always in a time crunch. I got to get things done. So I only have a certain period of time to get things done. So to stay true, I'm going on the clock. So we're going every 90 seconds, 2 reps, right? But talking about the high hang squat cleans, I love that combination. If you're looking to get better at your squat clean, right? High hang squat clean is the place to start, obviously with lightweight, because what you're gonna learn with that movement is explosion with the hips, but more so dropping underneath that bar with a lot of speed and then catching that bar in the bottom of that squat in a good upright position. If you're lacking in mobility in the ankles, hips, the shoulders, you're gonna tell, right? So it's a good movement to really reinforce those things. Work on your mobility, work on that rack position so you can catch the bar upright. Work on your ankle mobility so you can drop under that bar in full squat and be in a good position. So I love high hang squat cleans. And then of course, pairing that up with a front squat, it just makes sense. And it gets us nice, hot, and sweaty, ready for the back squats. So let's get to it.
Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are have-nots, who are not as tough as me. Taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the new song. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are have-nots. You are not as tough as.
People ask me why I squat facing the wrong direction in my squat rack. That's because this is a garage. The garage has a slope. And so when I first moved in, I was doing squats facing that way, facing the right way in the rack. Knees started to bother me a ton. Hips started to bother me a ton. It's the slope, right? So squatting under a lot of weight with your body facing the wrong way, heels actually going down the slope, started to create some bad tension on the knees, and so that's why I face out. It's not the safest thing, but it works for me. I'm advanced enough where I can back the weight into the rack. Do I suggest it? Absolutely not. But if it's a must for you, it's totally fine to do it that way. Why don't I switch my rack around? I certainly could, but then the setup is just a little bit off. I'd have to walk around to the other side of the rack, face that way. You know, it just, that's why. I get that question a lot, so figured I'd answer it on this video since we're hitting some relatively heavy back squats. I haven't gotten that heavy for a long while. Been training for the Spartan Ultra race, so a lot of volume with running has really kind of beaten up my legs, and I'm really just trying to build that strength up leading up to the race, hitting lower rep sets, 1s, 2s, 3s, that and that nature. So, but that felt pretty good. 375 is what we ended on for sets of 2. I'll take that, given everything I've been putting my legs through over the past couple of months. I'll take that for sure. So now we're gonna be moving on to some accessory work. We're hitting some Cossack Squats today. So we're gonna be loading up some Cossack Squats with the kettlebell, hitting a little bit of core to assist in that, and then we're gonna finish things up with a nasty metabolic conditioning piece. So let's get after it.
You are not as tough
All right, so we just some assistance work, hit up some Cossack Squats. I love that movement because it really challenges you. Number one, it's a unilateral movement, so it's gonna work each leg individually, but it's also gonna test your overall athleticism. It's gonna test your mobility, your flexibility. And a lot of people are gonna come to find they're not able to do this movement full range of motion because tight ankles, tight hips, tight lower back, and that's gonna expose some weaknesses that you need to fix. So if you're having trouble with the Cossack Squats, really focus in on that mobility so you're able to do it with just body weight alone, obviously, but then you get up to a point where you can start adding dumbbells, kettlebells, those sorts of things. It's really a great movement to build strength in each leg individually, but really test you as well. So we paired that up with some just regular old band lateral rotations. I haven't done those for a bit. I used to do those all the time. I've been adding those back in to my programming quite a bit for the last couple of weeks. So it's been nice throwing that stuff in. Now we're going to the metabolic conditioning portion of this workout. I remember when I was sitting down writing this workout, it just got me a little nervous, got the butterflies going in the stomach a little bit. It's gonna be fun. It's also gonna be challenging. So we're pushing it for time. Still wanna go at a solid pace, but really challenge yourself here. Don't take too long of breaks, but you know, keep it quality, right? So we're going 10 down to 1 thruster on the barbell. We're gonna start off at 95 pounds, and we're gonna hit 30 double unders after every set of thrusters. So you'll stay at 30. Thrusters will stay at, well, thrusters are gonna go down 1 rep the whole way through, but here's the kicker, you're gonna add a little bit of weight to the thruster every single round. So that's going to add to the challenge, obviously. So I'm just gonna add 5 pounds on each side of the barbell as we go. So I know that's gonna test me, but we'll see what we're able to do here. So let's get after it.
Taking shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough
left. I got tracks and some music that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got heart. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back.
That rounds out that session. Perfect ending to some heavy squats, some good assistance work. We taxed the legs quite a bit with 300 double unders and a whole bunch of thrusters, ascending load. That workout, I know, that workout sucks much more if you keep the bar at 95 pounds, because there is no real rest factored into that. That's something that if you're in better shape, the weight's not going to affect you. You just need to get under the bar and go. In fact, I think that was a workout in the Open one year, or it might have been a regionals event, but I can't remember exactly. But I like that setup because not only are you getting your heart rate's up after the first couple of rounds, but then you're really testing yourself, adding more weight to the bar. And so I kept it pretty moderate to begin with just adding 10 pounds every single round. And then when I got a little bit lower, I started adding 20. Finished up at 225, felt phenomenal. And I'll tell you, a lot of people on the outside in are gonna say, that's dangerous. You're lifting weight when you're fatigued, when you're tired. And if you're a complete beginner, I wouldn't recommend you do this type of setup. I would modify it in a way where we're doing intervals. So you're getting a certain amount of time to finish the set of 10 and then the double unders. And then you're resting, right? If not that, you take an actual rest period after every single round, right? So you hit the 10 thrusters, you hit the dubs, and then you're resting 30 seconds or a minute, or maybe even 90 seconds to make sure form and technique are staying on point. That's the way I'd approach it there. With this, obviously you're pushing things, so you need to be at a level where you're very aware of your form and technique. So every single rep before I rip that bar off the ground into a squat clean thruster, that first rep, even though I'm tired, even though I'm breathing heavy, even though my legs are burning, shoulders are burning, you might not even want to be in this particular place at that moment, you're locked in on that form and technique, and then it's go time. And that just comes after rep after rep after rep after rep, years of experiencing and slowly building towards that. So this is a more advanced setup, more advanced way to finish off your session. A couple other ways you could swap this up or regress it is, instead of barbell thrusters, you can easily do dumbbell thrusters. You can do kettlebell thrusters. You can do single arm kettlebell or dumbbell thrusters. Instead of the double unders, do the single unders. You can do jumping jacks. Whole lot of different things that you could do to really get a lot of benefit from this type of finisher. But either way, caps off a great training session. That's it for me. Until next time, drop comments. Let me know if you're hitting this. And as always, put in that work. Earn it.